Good day everyone and welcome back to Boss Fashions. We all know most shirts need side joining, but I made this one using less fabric and a completely different cutting method. No side joining, less fabric. But before we proceed into the details, please, if this is your first time of coming across my channel, make sure you subscribe now. Also, if you find this tutorial helpful, make sure you like the video and drop me a comment. Now let's proceed into today's tutorial. Now you want to make made shirts and you have less fabric. This is 42 inches. So this is what we are going to do. Divide the biggest circumference by 2. So for this case, we are making use of 44 circumference, which is the hip. So 44 divided by 2, that will give us 22. Then just add 2.5 to that 22, and that will give you 24.5. So whatever your own measurement is, just add 2 inches to it after dividing it by 2. That means if your circumference is 40 divided by 2, that will give you 20 plus 2.5. So that is what we are doing here. So we are going to get our 44.5 here now. The next thing we are going to do, that's your 44 inches, divide it by 4. So 24 divided by 4, that will give us 11. So I'm going to mark the 11 from the back of the shirt. So and we're going to take it down. So after the markation, you are going to mark 3 inches above here. That is standard. You mark 3 inches above here. So you can see, you are going to connect it with this mid line. So from this line, then you are going to measure your length measurements. For my own case, the length is 34. So I'm going to measure 34 directly. So after marking it out, I'm going to cut this out now. So for us to have our main fabric in place. So here's our fabric. The next thing we are going to do, the additional 2.5 inches we added to it, we are going to mark it. This additional 2 inches is meant for our folding and the button overlay. That's what this 2.5 inch is meant for. So from here, I'm going to mark out my shoulder. From this line, I'm going to mark out my shoulder. My shoulder is 9 inches plus half for joining. That will give me 9.5. And I'm going to take it down. 9.5. And the shoulder slope is 2.5 inches. My shoulder slope is 2.5 inches. And for the neck width, I'm going to make use of 2.25 by 2.5. But this is not the permanent measurement. I'm still going to extend it if I measure what I have and it is not up to 17 inches. So this is what I'm going to have. Then you are going to connect your shoulder slope to the neck. So from the back, you are going to measure your shoulder measurement as well. Our shoulder measurement is 9 plus half. That gives us 9.5. So this we are going to connect, and the shoulder slope is 2.5, and the neck width is 2.25 by 1.75. So you are going to connect it that way. Then you connect your shoulder slope as well. So now for me to draw my armhole curve, the next thing I'm going to measure from this 3 inches line downward. I'm going to pick 10.5 first. And mind you, this is not a matter of calculation of formula. I just pick a line. So after consulting the armhole, and I'm going to measure its round. If it is not enough, I'm going to extend it. I'm going to take it down more. But if it is much, then I'm going to take it up. So I'm not giving you measurements that you must use 10.5 inches downward. So now let's construct it. This is our line. And from this my shoulder slope, I'm going to measure what I have. So from here I have 8.5, then 8.5 by 2, that will give me 4.25. So from this 4.25, I will come in by 1/2. Then I will connect to my shoulder slope, then connect this and also go up this way. So now I'm going to take measurements. I need 22 inches for the armhole plus my joining allowance of half, so the total will be 23. So I'm going to measure what I have here now. And mind you, I didn't measure on this very line. I measure 1/2 inch away from my armhole draw. So now I have 23 inches, which is perfect for me. So I'm going to cut it out now. So this is what I have. Now I'm going to cut out my neck, but listen to this. Out of this about 2.5 inches extra measurement, you are going to mark 3/4 to serve as your button overlay. 3/4 will serve as your button overlay. So from this 3/4, then I'm going to fold this thing inward like this. Then I'm going to cut it out. And I'm going to notch it here. So this way we are done with our front side. So the next thing is to cut out our sleeve and the collar. But before cutting out the sleeve, let's quickly shape this side, this down side. So I'm going to pick it this way from this middle line. So from here now, I will come up by 2 inches. Then I'm going to shape it. So I'm going to use the remaining piece for the sleeve and for the collar. So I'm going to trim this off. From here you are going to come down by 2 inches and I'm going to connect it. The sleeve opening is 16 divided by 2, that will give us 8, plus half, that will give us 8.5. So I'm going to connect it here. Our folding allowance is going to be 1 inch. Our folding allowance will be 1 inch. So this is what I'm going to have. I intentionally leave this side, so we are not going to have double fold here. So we just fold it once, then we stitch. So now for the collar, I'm going to make use of my collar gum. We are going to draft on our collar gum without adding additional measurement or joining allowance. So our round neck is 17.5 divided by 2. That will give us 8.75 of an inch. 8.75 of an inch. So we are going to mark it 8.75 of an inch. This measurement I'm going to give you, you can alter it according to the size of your customer, but this is an adult measurement. So now on this opening side, you have to mark 1 inch above and also mark another 1 inch above. So from here on this closing edge, you are going to mark 1.25. So you are going to connect this now down to this place, and you are going to connect this also to this 1/2. So 1/2. So the thing is right. Now from here also you mark 1 inch above. Here we are going to mark 3/4 of an inch. Then you are going to curve it
3/4 of an inch. We are going to curve it, and after curving it, we are going to connect this to this. Just make sure you take your time if you are using freehand. So from here now, we are going to mark 2 inches. So this is where our 2 inches will be. So from here, I'm going to mark 4/3/4 of an inch. 4/3/4 of an inch. So the difference will be ½ inch to this. This is 4/4 and this is 4/3/4. If you like, you can make it 5. Now from here, we came in by 3/4, but here I'm going to come in by 1.5. But before connecting it, in order to be accurate, whatever you have here, which is, let's make use of 5. So these 5 inches, you are going to come here, your 5 inches, then make sure you roll across this way, and you connect this to this. And if you like, you can still go more inward. If you like, you can go out. It depends on the style you want to come up with. So from here also, I'm going to connect to my mark here. So we are done with the drafting. So this is what we are going to have. So now, after cutting out our collar, this is what I do. I iron it on my fabric, leaving joining allowance on the side and on the top of the collar and on the side. This is where we are going to attach to the collar stand. I didn't add any allowance to it, just take note of that. Here is the collar stand. You can see I added joining allowance around it. So what we are going to do now, we will head over to our sewing machine and we are going to join this one together. We are going to join it this way and you are going to turn it out, then you top stitch on it. After turning it, this is what I have. This is the side I have my interface on. So the next thing now, I'm going to fold this collar stand. The down side, I'm going to fold it and stitch it down. I'm done stitching it down, as you can see. So the next thing, I'm going to turn it like this, and here is my interface side. I'm going to place it this way, and I'm going to place the other half of my collar stand, and I'm going to match it this way as well. Then we are going to sew it around to this side. We also fold our sleeve mouth in. Remember, we said we are going to use 1 inch, so we are going to stitch it down as well. And for the shirt, here is the shoulder, so we are going to match it together this way, and we are going to join our shoulder also. We are going to join our shoulder this way as well. We are going to join our shoulder. But let me show you this before we move on. My what's it called? The folding. I added collar stay onto it as well. The collar stay, I make use of 1/4 of an inch. Then I folded it and I ironed it down already, so you can see it. So we are going to fold it inward this way, and we are going to stitch it down as well. So that's what we are going to do. And after stitching it down, we are going to fold the down side. I'm done joining the collar stand with the collar, and you can see my joining allowance here. When I attach it to the neck, I'm going to top stitch on it to keep it in place. And this is the sleeve. After folding the sleeve mouth, I close the side as well. So the next thing we are going to do now, I'm going to confirm what I have on my neck circumference. Remember, our neck circumference is 17.5. So because I folded it into 2, then we are going to divide the circumference by 2. 17.5 divided by 2, that will give us 8 3/4. So I'm going to measure a little inch away from the cut line on the neck. So if I have my 8 3/4, then we are going to leave it that way. This is 8/4. So I'm going to trim it a bit. We have 8/4 and we need 8 3/4. So this is it. This will give us control on our neck area as well. So I'm sure the thing will be okay by now. So we're going to measure to confirm. So now I'm going to join my collar to the neck. So you notch this place. After notching the center, then we are going to place the side that then has interface. We are going to join it to the neck. So that will be right side facing the right side. So we are going to join it down. After joining it, then you are going to pull it inward this way. Then you are going to stop stitch on this front. When you get to this side, then you go up on this collar stand just to keep it in place. So that's the next thing we're going to do. And after that, we are going to attach the sleeve. Then we are done with the shirt. So if you find this helpful, make sure you subscribe and also turn on your notification bell for the next tutorial. Thank you.